So I want to thank the Ahmadiyya Jamaat very much for transforming my very life. Assalamu alaikum. I am Edward L. Williams, but within the Ahmadiyya mission, they know me as Abdul Salam Williams. I am a native of this chiefdom, Kafubulon Chiefdom, born in Mahera, the chiefdom headquarter town of the chiefdom, some 56 years ago, 1964. Of course, I attended primary education in Mahera also, and sat to the NPSC exam. It was selective entrance examination by then, in 1978. From then, I proceeded to Moyamba, St. Michael Secondary School, where I spent just a year and a half. The following year, I came back to Lunge and continued my secondary education here in JSS 2 and from 2 by then. From there, I was taken to Bo. I attended the CKC, Christ King College School in Bo for just 2 years. That was in 1980 to 82. And in 1982, I was also sent to Government Secondary School, Jimmy Bagbo, way down in the south towards Pujong. So from then, I came over to Bulom Ahmadiyya Secondary School in Lunge, where I came to repeat the GCE O-level examination in 1986. And in 1986, 85, 86, in 1986, 87, I proceeded to do my sixth form education in Freetown, as Ahmadiyya Secondary School in Freetown. In 1988, I sat to the A-level exams and came back to Lunge, where I was employed as a PP teacher, an assistant teacher in Ahmadiyya. So I served the school, Ahmadiyya Secondary School, for 2 years as a PP teacher from 1988 to 1990. From then, I went to college. I proceeded to Jala University College, where I graduated. That was in 1990. So in 1994, I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Education degree from Jala University. So I came back to Lunge and continued to serve the school I left for college. That is the Bulom Ahmadiyya Secondary School. That's the time I met Mr. Alhaji Idris now, Alhaji Muhammad Idris. That was in 1994. He came here in 1992, and I joined him in 1994. So from 1994 on to 2018, I've been a teacher, a senior teacher, head of department, acting vice principal, vice principal, acting principal, and principal of that school. So I served as principal of Bulom Ahmadiyya for about 15 years before I left. I went into full-scale politics. So we won, my party won the election, and I had no alternative but to resign my position as principal in the school to work for the government elsewhere. As I'm speaking, I'm the district coordinator for the Free Quality School Education Program, an initiative of the government. So in Port Loko district, so I'm the district coordinator for Free Quality School Education for Port Loko district. But at the same time, I'm also doubling as the chairman of the board of directors, Sierra Leone Airports Authority, our one and only one international airport. I'm the chairman, supervising the activities and the duties and functions of the management of that particular institution. I am the only surviving son of the late Abayomi Williams. He's late now, and my mother is still alive. We are still 4 in number. My mother, 4 children. So, but I'm the second son. Okay, as I said earlier, I am a native of this chiefdom, Kafubulon Chiefdom. My father too is also a native of this particular chiefdom. It's my grandfather came to this chiefdom from Bont district. My grandfather is a Shabro by tribe. I came from Bont district and settled here. So my father was born here, and I am also a native of this particular chiefdom. My mother is a native of Godrich, one of the municipalities of the capital city in Freetown. Yes, she's a native of that village, but spent a greater part of her life in Aberdeen. As I was told, it's a long story, that my mother and my father, they met in Freetown, whilst my father was working in Freetown as a custom officer, working at the Kwataki in Freetown. So from then, my father came back home in Lungi here and continued to live here until finally he died some 10 years ago. That was in 2010. So, but my mother is still alive, though not quite well this time around. Of course, all my maternal and my paternal parents, they are all Christians. My background, my family background is Christianity. My wife happened to be she was a Muslim, late now. She died this year, about 2 months ago. She was a Muslim, and her family background was Muslim. So, but when I came to Bulawayo in 1994 to teach there, I met Pa Alhaji Muhammad Idris and others in the school. So we were all there until 2000, it was 1999, 2000, when a vacancy existed. A vacancy existed for the position of vice principal in the school. So interviews were conducted. Unfortunately, I did not attend the interview. I applied, but I did not attend the interview for one reason or the other. But eventually, by the grace of Allah, I was given the job of the position to act for 1 year, and the following year, the vacancy was re-advertised, and I eventually became the vice principal of the school. But let me just go back to the day when the interview was conducted. The interview was conducted, 5 people were supposed to attend the interview, but as I said, I did not attend the interview. 4 of them went through the interview, and they were not qualified. I was the most qualified by the grace of Allah amongst them all. So there and then I was called to come and act. It was there and then when I met the missionary in charge, the Amira missionary in charge by then, Maulana Tariq Javid. He was by then chairman of the board. So they conducted the interview. He was part of the interview. And when I finally succeeded to become acting vice principal, they discussed a lot. They had a lot of discussion about me. So they called me and said, "Hey, Mr. Williams, we learned that your wife is a Muslim." I said, "Fervent Muslim. My wife prays 5 times a day. I usually enjoy seeing her praying." They said, "But now you are a big man in the mission. You are a very big man in the mission. We want you to be part of this mission. Do you know anything about this mission?" I said, "Yes, I know a lot about this mission because I attended part of my secondary school education was with the mission, in the mission school. Ahmadiyya in Lungi here and Ahmadiyya in Freetown. And I've worked here, there and then." So they asked me to be part of the mission, to be an Ahmadi, if I don't mind, to be praying with the missionary. By then, the missionary, we had a black missionary here, late Movi Fuad Kanu. Yes, he was here by then. So an assignment was given to him to talk to me, to be part of this mission. So we spent a whole lot of time reading books, He gave me a lot of literature. I read through and through, and I was convinced. There and then. I started praying with Alhaji Idris. He was my first imam. But Alhaji Idris was my first imam. I prayed behind him. But then, that was in 2000 now. 1999, 2000 academic year. So we are praying to that. That was the first year I experienced Ramadan. I fasted for a whole month. That was to the admiration. It was to the admiration of my wife. My wife became very, 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 very happy. By then, we have 3 children, a boy and 2 girls. Yes, it was when I was principal by then. I was principal by then. That was in 2011. 2011. That was my first experience when I was invited to attend, after attending several Jalsa Salana in Sierra Leone, in Bo. So that was my first experience when I was, an invitation was extended to me by the Amir, Maulana Saidur Rahman, to attend the UK Jalsa 2011. So, and in fact, that was the very first year when Jalsa Salana was observed, was celebrated in Adikatu Mahdi. Adikatu Mahdi. That was the very first time. Because all through and through, they were observing it in Islamabad. So that was the very first year. Oh, I saw unity in Islam. We were there with other invited guests from 95 countries across the world, all over the world. We are there with different races. I saw unity amongst within the Ahmadiyya Jamaat. That be you black or white, we are just one before Allah. So we are living there as brothers and sisters. And from my experience, everybody was a worker in Adikatu Mahdi. You see people with gray beard. They are working in the kitchen. I visited a whole lot of places. The kitchen, the restaurant, the loo, the toilet facilities. Everybody, all hands on deck. Everybody was working there for the success of the program, Jalsa Salana. And also, I saw a lot of unity, and we were all thinking alike. We're all thinking alike because we know we are all Muslims, we are all Ahmadi Muslims, and we do observe the same doctrine. It was a very interesting experience out there in the UK. It was during my first visit in 2011, I spent over a week, with the Jama. We spent some time in London Mosque. From there, I also spent a few nights in the Baitul Fortu Mosque in Modern. From there, we were taken to Adikatu Mahdi. In 2011, it was unfortunate I was unable to meet with Uzu because the arrangements, we had problem with the arrangements to see him. But in 2013, I was opportune to visit Uzu for the very first time in his office there at the London Mosque. Yes. Well, it was very interesting and very, very educative because we learned a lot. I realized it was during that particular meeting that I came to know that Uzu visited the former Uzu. Came here in 1988 by then. So we met with him, and from our discussions, we found that he was in Ghana. He spent a good number of years in Ghana as a missionary and even missionary teacher there in Ghana. He asked us a lot of questions relating to development projects in Sierra Leone. From there, I know that he is indeed a worldwide leader, because he knew, or he knows exactly what is going on as far as developments are concerned within the mission across the world, all over the world. He asked us about the mosque, the school mosque. When that mosque, the foundation was laid by the late Ozu. Yeah, in Masuri. He asked us, I told him, because he was interviewing me by then, I told him we have erected the mosque, but unfortunately we relocated it. The very place where the foundation laying ceremony took place, we had to change the location to some other convenient location because of the water and the like, And he also asked me whether the water well, there is a water well already, because a project was approved for water well for that mosque, and I told him it is ongoing, That was my first experience. And in 2015 also, when we went for Jasa Salana, I also visited him. This time around with the entire delegation from Sierra Leone, where the late Deputy Missioner 3, Alhaji Said Ujur, was present in that meeting. So, because of the pressure that we were having on the land from the community, so we decided to relocate the mosque to the extreme end of the land.